Hello and welcome to the weekly recap. This is episode number 110. I am back. I'm actually in my office here today, not recording at 5 a.m., but I did make Maddie stay late tonight for the recording. But I had a late call last night, Maddie. That's why I pushed it up. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, Rick. As I was saying earlier, missing the summer. You were commenting that it's hot in there. So as you can see, I'm wearing my Tenerife t-shirt. A lot
Yeah.
of salty vibes in here. But talking about summer, tell us about Mexico. How was that?
Wow. So last week you had a special episode with Federica. I'm so blessed, Maddie. Veeam and a lot of other technology companies and revenue focused companies, they have these experiences for like their top performers. A lot of times it's their sellers. Sometimes they call it President's Club, Circle, stuff like that. We had what we call Veeam VX or Veeam Excellence. And I was selected as an icon recipient, that was a group of only 40 people across the whole company, just to give you
Oh,
perspective.
wow.
And of
40
that
people.
40, I don't even think 5 or 10 were non-sales. So it was a very, very select group. I had a lot of good one-on-one time with the execs, which, I'm always, when I'm around the execs, it's like talking about this, we're doing that. But got to bring my wife. I could have brought the kids, and it was an incredible experience. Very grateful. It was beautiful property in the Cancun, Playa del Carmen region of Mexico, and perfect weather, beach. Oh man! So the salty vibes from
The
me to you
salty
and back.
vibes. See?
Well, I think that's a little special for you, Maddie, because I know you've got a lot of history in places like that too. So I appreciate that
Yes.
you appreciate it. But back to reality.
To reality, back to the community. Let's talk
Yeah.
about some good articles that our members shared with us.
Yeah, we have a
Um,
chock full list of content here this week, and we're going to start with V syntax, really not just using the new feature of Postgres, but migrating to a two-part series. This one's awesome.
yes, Dario is actually our VUG Switzerland leader for the ones that don't know about it. And he put together two great articles about migrated VBR to PostgreSQL. Actually, he contacted me over the weekend because he was not able to post it. So that's just into the brackets. Yeah, in the first part of this series, he's showing us how to install a PostgreSQL server on a Debian system. And he takes us through 7 pretty straightforward steps on how to do it. But I think it would be interesting for the ones that don't know what the Debian system to explain it a bit. So that's a popular and freely available computer operating system that uses a Unix-like kernel, typically Linux, um, alongside with other program components, and many of which come from the GNU project. So in the second part, he's actually talking about the migration itself, and he's doing a step-by-step demo. So I think it's very easy to understand even for the people that haven't done it. So great sharing there. Thank you for that, Dario.
Yeah, for sure. This is awesome in the sense of it's walking through the creation on a Debian system. I'm an Ubuntu person, maybe challenge accepted that I repeat this on Ubuntu. We'll see. But then I really like how Dario's walking it through on Veeam as well, because that's kind of the end goal, right? And one other
Yes.
thing I'll add is that a default installation of V12 will use Postgres. You can change it, but if you just say yes, next, continue, you'll end up with Postgres. But the migration tool is great, and it's actually funny because I have to do this at home for my Veeam server at home because I have a system that's so old. I think I built it on 6.5 and I've upgraded it so many times. I can't continue on SQL 2012. So
Time
I
to
might
change.
time to change and share it in the community. But
That.
Yeah. Thank you so much, V Syntax Error. We are watching you. I'll give you a follow for that. That's good stuff. All right. Next up is Marco S. I believe first time Marco's been featured on the recap, I think.
I believe so, yes. And he's been very active lately. Great job, Marco S. I feel like he's going for the legend status. I don't know. He inquired about it on my Veeam Legends post. So let's see how it goes. Maybe August. Keep the good work, Marco S. But yeah, let's talk about this reminder. He says, like, if you are a service provider who has VBO 365 installation on the same VCC server, after upgrading to V12, it is basically a need to reinstall the Veeam Explorers for the Exchange, SharePoint, and Teams because they are compatible with the installed version of VBO 365. And then obviously he gives just like some simple, quick steps to do it. That's awesome. Just thank you for that, Marco, and welcome to the recap.
Yeah, this is a big one because a lot of service providers offer both the Veeam Cloud Connect and Veeam Backup and Replication services, and when both and Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365 and the Explorers for the Microsoft 365 product, Exchange and SharePoint and Teams, etc. There is that compatibility. We have to watch that as a service provider. Good one. Good shout. Which leads me to our third post. And no, we're not breaking the rules. Trust us on this. Don't let the number of tabs fool you. Marco Fabri, actually rock on. This is an incredible hardening checklist. I love this stuff. And Madi, you caught this. I missed it because I must have been in Mexico, yes. But this is great stuff.
Yeah, another Marco, this time Fabri, one of our legends and the cybersecurity space leader. And guess what? This article is about cybersecurity shock, right? He created a checklist for hardening Veeam 12 server. Really great. Thank you for that, Marco. Really love this, this article. As we said, we are going to pick some of the recap, 3 of the recap blogs that we're going to share. And this might be one of my choice for the blog of the month. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, he's basically talking about domain or work group. His choice in here is work group. Then he's talking keep built-in administrators as Veeam administrator, yes or no. He goes with create a new admin user and add it into security tab of console. And then there is too much to go over. I don't know if you want to mention something special in there, but something that I would like to talk about is antivirus, yes or no. And Marco says, it depends. I always heard you must have a third-party antivirus on your computer, but Marco doesn't necessarily agree. What do you think about that, Rick?
So I'm actually going to add a comment here. Well, I didn't mean to take the whole thing, but I would also just say I would also add no internet access to the Veeam infrastructure. That's a good idea. But regarding that, the antivirus bit, I actually spoke with a customer yesterday who actually had a different version of this conversation. And they actually got to an agreement that if on the Veeam infrastructure, they are using something like Windows Defender because it's built in, there's no additional cost. And if they have that at the latest definitions, that is actually a very good different safeguard. Whereas maybe on the production estate, they're using, say, XYZ antivirus tool. But on the Veeam infrastructure, we're using this other one. It's almost like a second opinion from an antivirus perspective. So I talked to one organization that with their CISO team, their security team, that was actually a really good approach. So I say yes to antivirus, but I also would say be aware of any false positives. So more to the takeaway here is if Windows Defender or whatever antivirus be used on the Veeam infrastructure, if it catches something, we got to know about it. Alerts, visibility, that type of stuff is important. So yes, with a twist is my point of view.
Yeah, he also says like it depends. So yeah, I wanted to know your opinion as well on that. So yeah, great.
Outstanding
That's
post, Marco. Thank you so much for sharing that one. So
absolutely.
now we'll go to special department news. And we are recording on Wednesday the 1st, as you can see down on the timer here. Yesterday, we released version 7 of Veeam Backup from Microsoft 365, and Marco actually beat us to our own news. So thank you, Marco S. Other Marco. We got 3 Marcos in a row, Marco S twice.
Yep.
Couple of great links here. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone is happy. I saw our vanguards like talking a lot about this subject yesterday. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's GA. Let's try it. Have you tried it?" And everyone was just like going nuts about this. I think everyone is happy right now. But yeah, I think Marco S is sharing some great information in there. I think you also commented something on that. You added something in there.
Yeah, Corinne had a blog post as well overviewing kind of the narrative of the new features. So in addition to like the product notes, this is just a nice additional add. So great stuff, Marco S. And for everyone out there, yeah, Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365 version 7 is out. Immutable backup copies, self-service restore portal for new services in M365. Really good stuff. Oh, and Veeam 1 monitoring for Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365. That's a big one. On the call that you and I did last, Maddie, we were promoting one of these Community Hub events, and it transpired since, and I heard it went really good.
Yep, absolutely.
So Adam's Kubernetes storage intro. Let's see, who else did he have? He had Jeff and
yes, no, it was only Jeff basically, and somebody left the camera on. Probably we should just mention it next time that they should not keep their camera on because we need just the speakers to be on the camera. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. It was a great event, super show. Adam, who works for Pure Storage, discussed with Jeff about Kubernetes storage. Why does it matter to a storage admin, DevOps engineer, or SRE? They demonstrated the basic storage volumes that you can use natively in any K8 cluster. And the best part is that the recording is actually available, and for the people that haven't managed to make it to the event we had last week, they can watch it on YouTube, Veeam YouTube. And yeah, if you have any questions related to that, just go into the Kubernetes corner, ask your questions. Adam is there, Jeff is there. They're going to definitely go and help you.
Yeah, Jeff and Adam and a lot of the others are just so excited to share there. And Jeff, Adam, thank you so much for delivering that event. And then Adam, thank you for writing it up. And then a big shout to Safiomo, it's my nickname, to Sophia for sharing the YouTube link. This is great stuff. So thank you all for that. And then Maddie, you're on the recap kind of in 2 ways here.
Oh, yes.
What is this magic new initiative?
Yeah, I'm going to just briefly explain it because for the ones that are interested in participate, they can just go and read the full post. But basically, we are going to select 6 blogs, 3 from the recap, 3 that didn't make the recap available in the community. We're going to create a poll in the last week of the month, and the community members are going to vote the best one out of the 6. And that piece of content will be featured on the homepage for a week, the first week of the following month. And the winner will also get a blog of the month badge, which we are working on. It's not ready yet, but yes.
New badges. So, oh my
yes,
goodness.
Yes, new badges.
Crazy. People love the badges that I've learned.
Yes. And so best of luck to everyone with this.
Indeed. And speaking of badges, I didn't make a change. Sophia has updated. Safiomo has updated. She kind of tolerates the nickname, by the way, but I like it. It just rolls off the tongue. Safiomo. Sophia has updated and added 2 new badges here. So this is awesome. We've added the Automation Wizard and the Cyber Protector. Those are cool.
Really cool names, right?
Yeah. And like Alfred's Paul of Approval is on the Automation Wizard one. So yeah, so she added 2 new badges. So there's more badges to be earned. I guess it's like, I guess let us know in the comments. How many badges are too many badges, right? But I think more is good for now. So that's awesome.
I believe so. I love badges, and I think everyone in the community loves badges. So
Indeed, indeed. And then our last piece of special department news is one of our big milestones every year, and we've onboarded the next class of Veeam Legends for 2023, and some are renewed from previous, some are net new here in this list. So you might recognize some of these names. Oh, you even put new on there. Look at that, making it easy for me. Yeah.
yes, we have, I think, 6 new legends. So all great names. I'm pretty happy with the group of people this year. They are all amazing, and they are all like contributing so much. So I thank them. Even the new ones, you know, like they are already, like the past year, they contributed so much to the community. So I'm very grateful to have them in the program. It's really well deserved.
Yeah, I'm recognizing I'm recognizing all the names that are on the hub. This one would come from the R&D forums as new, because that's one of the properties that we look at the engagement there as well. And I'll give one other kind of big thanks. A lot of you may know that historically, you know, we've had just different people working on it. This is the first time, the first class that Madi and Sophia kind of drove it all on their own. So big congratulations to you two as well, because friends, this is a lot of work. And I say it all the time that they do all the work, but to go, you know, process the data, this one's all data driven. So great work, Madi and Sophia. And then big congratulations to the 7 new and the total of the audience here. This is awesome.
Yeah, and then the Vanguards as well. Let's not forget about the Vanguards, because we only talked about Legends. So
that's true.
Yeah, we also selected our new Vanguard class for 2023, and I think it's going to be made more official at a later time.
Yeah, we're working on something. I'll say it this way. Madi and Sophia are working on something amazing that will help us showcase the Veeam 100 members, and I am blown away by what I just saw before this call. So she's working on something awesome. But yeah, we onboarded the next class of Vanguards. We have our first call later this month with them. So looking forward to it. But man, just other than that, nothing going on at Veeam. That's
Oh,
sure.
Nothing
at all.
Yeah, next week we'll be in Boston, right? For
That's
the team
true.
meeting. So
yeah.
Let's see how we're going to record. It's going to be interesting. We might just have some guests.
We might have guests. We could use their studio. It's Wednesday. Yeah, some ideas are brewing. So we'll see. Good thing is Madi and I are always up pretty early. So we'll probably try to knock it out early. So. All right. Hey, Madi, thank you so much. As always, you curate the show. I just come in with opinions. You make it too easy for me. But thank you so much for preparing everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you, new Legends class, everyone that we mentioned here and everyone on the community. And for those who are asking, yes, I'm really slacking on who's new. I guess I just only want to bring it when there's an incredible number, right? But no.
I mean, this time you didn't forget about it. You just didn't do the work.
It's not like I didn't. Yeah, right. I didn't do it. And I'm aware that I didn't do it. So there was no forgetting. So anyways, we'll see if I can right the ship next week. But that's all for episode 110. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.